Welcome everyone to my holiday Let's Play. Last year I played this game for my Christmas special. It was Lilia's Long and Dark Christmas, so this is kind of a take two on that. But it's going to be more of like a winter holiday in general Let's Play because it's going to go through Christmas and then probably through the new year as long as it's doing well on the channel. I really want to go back and look at the Long Dark and see the new things that have been added. One of the really cool things is a custom difficulty, and I'm going to be playing on a custom difficulty created by our one and only Vigo, who is probably in the comments of this video. So thank you, Vigo, for creating this custom experience. I am going to go very quickly through the details of the custom difficulty if you want to play it yourself. I'll have the code linked below the video as well. It is going to be a challenging Let's Play, a challenging difficulty, but balanced in such a way where I can enjoy the hunting aspect and the exploration aspect of the game. So it's not going to be like interloper harsh, but it is going to be challenging in the way that we don't have a gun and we have to craft things to hunt and everything like that. We're not going to find a ton of loot, and so it's going to be more of me exploring and trying out things in the game that I'm not familiar with. So I haven't played the game since story mode came out, but before that I haven't played it for around a year, maybe a little bit less in survival. So I'm gonna have to relearn some things and figure it out all over again, plus lots of things are new, the UI is different, and moose have been added to the game and some new items and a ton of other stuff. But we're just gonna figure it out for ourselves and have fun. I'm gonna enjoy the game in my typical fashion of playing it blind and probably dying horribly. I'm going to set myself on kind of a personal set of goals, and I'm thinking that our first goal is going to be find a bow, because in this custom difficulty, which I will put in now, there's the code. I'll also have it down below if you want to use it. In this custom difficulty, we're not going to be able to find a gun. We're going to start in Pleasant Valley so that we can find a bow to start hunting with. We will be able to kill rabbits, and if we find a knife or something, I assume, or an axe or whatever, we can kill wolves through a struggle. But it's going to be maybe kind of rough to start out with, so my first goal is going to be establish a base, find the bow, which I have an idea of where it is, thanks to Vigo. In Pleasant Valley, there's apparently a waterfall with a cave nearby, and a bow is hidden inside. The bow spawns in there, so that's where I'm going to try and find. It's worth noting that I have never found this cave, so I don't know where it is in the map, and I think bundled with that and the fact that I don't know Pleasant Valley very well, I only know it about 50%, so it's going to be kind of like a blind Long Dark Let's Play in that way. So there should be a lot of failure, a lot of death, hopefully not a lot of death, but I may have to start over more than once. We'll see how things go, what the game decides to give us. So anyways, here is the difficulty. The only thing I'm going to change is we're going to start at noon, so just to get the video going a little bit faster. Player does not spawn indoors. Length of day is the same. There's a lot of cool options that you can change for survival difficulty with this update, but I'm not going to go through every single one of them, mainly because I don't really know what some of them mean, and because it would take a long time. So low blizzards is worth noting for this playthrough, and low survival needs is another thing. We're going to be able to freeze very easily, like interloper kind of freezing rate, but we're going to have less of a need for sleeping and drinking and eating. And this will allow me to focus more on exploring and crafting and hunting. That's what we're going to be doing mostly. So, but Pleasant Valley is not a pleasant place, despite what the name is. It's really not a pleasant location. So, you know. This is, I'm just going to kind of scroll through so you guys can see. I'm not going to go through everything. Thank you again, Vigo, for this difficulty. I think this is going to be good. No rifle. Container items, low. Plants, high. Everything else. Low bears, low wolves is also worth noting. Very high moose, because I do want to find a moose. Moose apparently are rare, but with this bumped up to very high, actually I think very high is probably on by default in the harder difficulties, because I think moose are aggressive, so it'll be dangerous, but I really want to find one. I've not seen one yet in the game, so that'll be exciting. And this is the rest. These are all custom set by Vigo. I told him what how I wanted to play the game and asked him to make me a difficulty, and he did a fantastic job, so thank you. Thank you, Vigo. Let's go. Let's go. Confirm Pleasant Valley for advanced players, a challenging vast mountain wilderness region with a few key shelters originally settled by hardy homesteaders. Yes, so another really cool thing in this update is maps. And we can actually map out, yes, I do. This is my only perk that I have, so it's, Xmas version 2, I guess. Pretty much what it is, right? A mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought your plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. How long will you survive? Probably not very long, but we'll see. Extinction is the rule. Survival is the exception. Okay, let's see where the game puts us here. We got some good weather. That's nice. We can press tab to see our needs. We should be okay for this first day, but also let's see what we start with. Nothing. Okay, so we start with nothing. Great. But at least we have some clothes. There's a little shack up here, so I guess the first thing we're going to do is check that out. It's not a shack. It's a ruined house. Oh, there's a guy in it, though. Ooh, okay, good. Hey, hello, sir. Have you got anything that I can use? No. We're gonna find that most of the containers have nothing in them, so I have to remind myself not to get frustrated by that, because it's going to happen a lot. I'm used to playing on Stalker difficulty, so, well, it does have some difficulties in the settings on Stalker. It's not nearly... It's much different than this, basically, so this is a very different experience. And I'm actually... I think it's really cool. We're getting really cold. We should try and find shelter ASAP. It's really cool how we're able to set all these different options in the settings. I think that really adds a ton to the game in general, especially to survival. There's another guy over here. We'll go ahead and loot him. If we could find maybe a cave, or anything, really. Also, why did my frame rate just go down? It's weird. I do seem to have some odd performance issues with this game. I remember it happened to me the last time I played too. Like, sometimes it's fine and then all of a sudden the frame rate will drop. I don't know if that's... Oh, that's good. I don't know if that is due to my PC or if the game just has some issues. It's probably my PC. So... the problem... oh, I'm right. Okay. It's fine. You know, we might get hypothermia. There's a very high chance that we will, so... unfortunately, it's very, very cold outside. Can we see the actual temperature anywhere? Maybe they took that out. I'm not sure. By the way, please expect me to forget buttons, stuff like that. Oh, that's a road! Oh, fudge nuts. Okay, well... Hi, Mr. Wolf. I have nothing to fight you with. I am not excited about getting into a tangle with you. Not at all. Oh, there's a car. Alright, we can hide from the wolf in the car. I might be able to just lose him around this rock. Please have something.
I think I can use
Hey,
this.
hey, that's something. That is something. So about the mapping system, I only played with it a little bit, but I do know that we can... Oh, I should see if the trunk's open. I do know that we are able to map our surroundings if we have some charcoal, and we can get charcoal through setting fires, and if we find like already lit fires or old fires, usually you can grab a piece of charcoal. And every time you use your map, which is here, but you know, it is through navigation, and then there'll be a thing there we can use to create a little bit of a map of the general area that we're standing in. Hello! Whoa, that is really good. Not that the food thing is going to be as much of a problem, but I definitely like that we're finding feathers and stuff. I'm really playing it risky here, but the problem is with Pleasant Valley is that there's very few buildings. In fact, I think there's only a couple, and the one that I know of is... Ah, fudge. The one that I know of is the farmhouse and the barn. So I'm going to try and find those and kind of make that my base. If we die getting there, which might happen if we get hypothermia and have nowhere to rest, then that's that. Then we'll start over. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we can, you know, make everything work. The wolf did lose me. Unfortunately, he's in the area that I want to get to, which is very unfortunate. The good thing about this is our condition isn't going down super quickly. Technically we won't die until our condition is gone, but it's getting depleted now because we are freezing, and we do have, I think we have a high chance of catching hypothermia, so we're likely going to, and then we'll probably end up dying. Or we'll be in a bad way anyways, and we'll have to rest a while. But we did find food, so as long as we can... If we do get hypothermia, as long as we can find an indoor location, we can probably survive it. But it is going to require us finding that nice indoor location pretty quickly. Okay, I think that might be the... Okay, if you can see over there, over that hill, that is the farm area, and that's where I need to head. So I'm going to beeline it there. There's another wolf. It's also worth noting again that we've got wolves set to low. They're still everywhere. Here's a bunny rabbit. Alright, I'm glad that I'm on the right track now. I will be doing some bunny rabbit hunting probably tomorrow. What time is it? So yeah, the sun is setting rather quickly. It always does. Let's grab these cattails. I do think it would be pretty interesting to play on... Sorry about the frame rate issues. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'll have to fix that for the next episode. But, ooh, old man beard. I think it would be very, very interesting to play on the time scale, the other time scales, to slow the game down. I think it would make a very interesting playthrough, but I don't really think it would be great for recording because it makes the game a lot easier, which makes sense because there's just literally more time for you to do everything in the day. So I think the game really benefits, the suspenseful part of the game really benefits from the regular time scale, the way they balanced it in the beginning. So I'm going to keep it like this for this playthrough. But if you're messing around with the custom difficulty and you just want you know, a relaxing the long dark experience, I definitely think that would be a great thing to do. Set the time scale up. See, it was just like low frame rate and then all of a sudden it skyrocketed back up. I don't understand what that is. I think it's definitely on my end. So I don't want to go blaming the game or anything. I will figure it out. I gotta keep track of the time too. I'm going to try and make these episodes slightly shorter than I did last year. Hopefully it works out for the best that way. But I will kind of judge it upon how much we're getting done in the episode. If we can get to... Oh, I should grab this too. If we can just get to the farmhouse and get everything sorted, I think that will probably be a good spot to break the episode. But I'm gonna play it by ear. Again, this is kind of like an experimental series. Oh, put that away. It's a series in celebration of the holiday season, and it's also an experimental series to see how well The Long Dark's gonna do on my channel, and you know, also celebrate that I love playing this game. It's definitely right up there in my favorite survival games. I don't play a ton of survival games, but when I do, I absolutely love this one. There's no other game that gives me the feeling of, like, just frozen desolation. And just, like, I love to play it in the winter, too, because, well, even though there's no snow outside my house, I'm just walking around in the wilderness knowing that my character's freezing, and I just get the chills, you know? It's a very, very well done game. The sounds especially are fantastic. I know I talked about it a lot last year when I was playing, but this game is phenomenal. It's probably one of the best survival games out there right now. And the fact that they keep making updates and adding things to it, and I still haven't finished the story mode content that's out there. I have to do that as well. I really do love survival mode a lot more than story mode, though, because it's almost like a roguelike game, which I also love, in the sense that every time you play, you get a different experience, and the more you play, the more you learn, and, you know, the easier it is, and the more you can manipulate the game to kind of help yourself survive. Now over here is a target, and if we're lucky, we'll get more than one. Okay, we didn't get super lucky. We got 2 arrows and 1 broken arrow. So the broken arrow we can turn into an arrowhead, which later we can craft into another arrow. Getting a bow and arrow is going to be really, really important. And when I was doing my test playthrough of this game, I got a bunch of arrows right there. I think I, like, hit the jackpot. Also, I found a book. What time is it? I found a book to learn how to shoot bow and arrow. So I was like, well, that's exactly what I need. Because we're going to be hunting elk and moose, hopefully, if we find one with a bow and arrow. So we're not going to get the gun. We're going to check here quickly because sometimes there is loot in these. Okay, game. Alright, whatever you say. Let's check these two. Why not? I don't know if there can be anything here or not. So what I'm planning on doing is looting the barn very quickly. There's no light in the barn, so I'd like to do that while it's still light out, and then make our way to the farmhouse, which should be just over there. We came from that way, so the farmhouse has got to be over there. I know it's over. I think it's over that hill. Oh god, I hope I remember correctly. I know it's around somewhere. We don't have any light sources right now, which is a bummer. I have a flare. Oh god, I might actually have to come back here when I have a light source. We can search around by these windows. There's also an upstairs area that has things. I think there might be a table with some fire barrel. Take charcoal, there you go, take charcoal so we can map. We might do that as soon as we go back outside. Or maybe we'll do it when we get to the farmhouse. Okay, so we can sort of see things here. I know it's dark, you guys, I know.
I'll take it.
Sorry about that. We don't have a crowbar. All of those are locked. That's really unfortunate. But we did get some lantern fuel, which is super good. Now we just need a lantern. Maybe we'll find one. I think we'll probably find one in the farmhouse. So, there's always... Oh, never mind. We find one right now. That is so good. Thank you, game. Let's, nope. Let's get the lantern out. Turn it on. I think the lighting just changed in here, too. It must be getting dark outside. There's probably not going to be anything in these, but I'm going to search them anyway. Because, actually, that's just fine. I will take all the charcoal I can get, man. I definitely... Just got stuck on that there. I'm going to pick up everything, too. Pretty much everything, because loot's going to be scarce. Scrap metal is going to be good for crafting. If we don't find a knife, we're gonna have to craft one. I hope we find a crowbar. I gotta remember that there's lockers there so we can come back and search it if we do find a crowbar. Let's make sure we're not missing anything. We are missing something. Scrap metal. Good. Okay, let's check in the vehicle here. Nope.
This stuff will come in handy.
All right. Again, I've never found anything on top of those visors. I am not entirely sure if you can. I assume you can. A note left behind. As a plant goes to seed in the fall, a period of hibernation sets in until spring. As the weather warms, plant seeds into loose soil with plenty of sun.
Cold.
All right, you know what? Let's read that later. Can we take it? Take it. We'll read those later once we get to the farmhouse. Did I already search these? I didn't. Okay, good. I got some leather. That's pretty good for repairing stuff. And firewood. Fantastic. All right. I think we should probably leave now. There is also... Oh, no, wait. I think the basement is by the farmhouse. So we'll go there. Sun is going to set soon. Let's make our way over here. In this direction, I believe, is the farmhouse. Please let me be right. Game, I would appreciate it. Did I check that house? I might have to do that another time. I don't feel like I have too much time, and I don't want to get hypothermia. But I think if we do catch hypothermia before we get to the house, we'll still be okay. Because we're going to be able to make a fire and get a lot of water. There's 2 bathrooms in the farmhouse which can give us water immediately. There's a wolf over there. Noted. That might be a dead body, or that might be a stick. I'm not sure. One scary thing, though, is sometimes there's a bear by the farmhouse, and that's very spooky. Indeed it is. My plan... for this episode, at least, is to get to the farmhouse, kind of get situated, get some water. In fact, I might do the water and the looting of the house off camera. I'm not entirely sure if you guys want to see all the tedious bits of the game. I'm thinking I'll do some more editing that I normally do for these, just to keep the pace going. And so I'm able to show you more and kind of condense more action and exciting things into the episodes. And I know some people really do like the tedious bits to these games, and I enjoy them as well, but I think, like, when I'm just sitting there gathering gallons of water through a fire and cooking my meat, etc., etc., I think I'll do that kind of stuff off of cameras, but when I'm in no danger. If it's really, really scary, I will probably keep it on camera. Okay, please. Please? Where's the house? There's some, like, apple orchards near the house. That's the silo. Okay, it's over here. It's over here. Whew. Phew, got scared for a second there. This is basically the extent of my knowledge, by the way, of Pleasant Valley. I just know this immediate area. And I know that it's one of, if not the only areas with shelter in Pleasant Valley. So we're going to make this our base. And we're going to have to learn how to venture back to it. Oh, God, there's 3 wolves. I have a flare, though. I have a flare. Let's just go around this way. I think I'll check out that little house before we go into the farmhouse, or the little hut. So far, so good, though. That radio tower is somewhere we could maybe try and get to at some point, but I don't know, man. It's going to be really dangerous to go out exploring, and I'm going to have to as well. The thing we're going to do next video is, once we secure our food and water needs, we're going to go out exploring, because we need to find that cave that has the bow spawn in it. We're going to need that bow. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to hunt moose. So, yeah. Very exciting! Very exciting! There's nothing in there, unfortunately. Oh. Well, that was really annoying. You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna get the charcoal then. God. I got greedy. I was right by the home, and no such luck. Oh well, it's fine. We'll be okay. We'll just spend a little bit of extra time here. We'll maybe hunt some bunnies or something and wait for hypothermia to go away. We are at least in a shelter now. Get all this. Good, good. Lantern fuel. Accelerant, super good. Quality tools. Yep.
This will come in handy.
I will also spend time off camera salvaging some things. I love the echo when you pick stuff up in these kind of areas. Okay, more scrap metal, leather, another flare. The frozen angler! I don't know if there's anywhere to fish here, but that would be a good way to get food. Doesn't necessarily help us in our goal, but... Oh, an emergency stim. That could be big. Nice. And some socks. Overall, pretty good haul. Let's go into the house now. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. But if I did, we can always come back. We are losing our condition fairly quickly here, so we need to go to sleep. And, definitely need to sleep and things. So let's go in the house. Probably gonna use the lantern to explore a bit.
God, I've never felt so cold in my life.
Alright, so now we're gonna start warming up, which is fantastic. We definitely need to be warming up. Probably should make some of that tea before we sleep too. Just to heal a little bit more. Okay. Some more firewood there. I'd like to wait to make the fire as long as I can. There's another note there. We'll read the notes in a bit. It's pretty good. I think last time I was playing I found the lantern right here, so that's where I was expecting to find it this time, but I got surprised. The game gave it to me in the other location instead. It's another cool thing about the game is the random loot locations, because, you know, you never know what you're going to get when you play this game. And that makes it exciting. We do need to grab some cloth, too. But I do want to... Ski gloves, those could be good. I do want to try and loot things before it gets dark.
Nobody needs this anymore.
That's good. Good, good, good. We can also start a fire there. Oh, hell yes. Okay. And nothing else. Another book. I think I'll leave this firewood there. There's no use in picking it up, really. Alright, let's head in here. See what we got. I'm not going to pick up those tools. I've already got tools. In fact, I'll be dropping the simple tools. Finding a good bit of stuff, which is promising. I'll leave those books there too. Okay. One more, and then we go upstairs. Yeah. We'll be going to bed in a second. More than a second. In a few minutes, okay? In a few minutes. Okay. I remember the first time I played this game last year. My first run ever. And I accidentally went to sleep outside when I had hypothermia. Even though it was by a fire, it still killed me. Because I didn't understand the warmth mechanic very well. And yeah, that was a big learning curve. But I like to think I know a little bit more about the game now. So it does present some interesting opportunities to explore the new stuff now that I'm a little bit more, you know, fluent with the game's languages. It's not too much of a complicated game once you learn how it works, and you kind of figure out what to expect eventually. But it still surprises me every time I play it. I'm not like a really hardcore The Long Dark player. Those people definitely do exist. There's people that know absolutely every single detail about the game, and it's really cool that they added the difficulty option specifically for those people, because you don't have to just play an interloper now if you want a huge challenge. You can customize things even more.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
And I expect them to keep tweaking that too, because people seem to be loving it. All right. Well, we explored everything. I think what we're gonna do before I end the episode is go downstairs. I will make a fire. Oh, I forgot this bathroom. I will make a fire and make some tea. And then I will eat and drink and head to bed. So I can at least show off pretty much everything. I think that's it. Did I go in here already? Yes. Okay, so we did search everything. Nice bunny rabbit picture. I will also sort out the frame rate problem in the next episode. Sorry about that. I did a test and it seemed fine, but for some reason it's just being a butthole. Okay, let's start a fire. We can't use the magnifying glass. I guess we're gonna anyway, because we can't not. Really? Chance of success. Can I not? Oh, I don't have another starter? Hang on. That's actually really bad. I don't even have any matches. I didn't think about this. Well, okay. We did not find any matches. This presents a problem. So I guess luckily we have toilet water to drink. I guess instead then we're just gonna put some stuff in here and drink some water, go to bed. It's really all we can do, right? So, this clothes situation I'm gonna sort out. Put some of this away. Man, that's really unfortunate. It really is. We definitely need some way to start fires. I hope I didn't miss matches when I was exploring. That's okay. We'll figure it out tomorrow. I want to sleep in the king-size bed. I always found it kind of weird that the crib was out here, but I guess it sort of makes sense. It's in the middle for everyone. All right, so we actually don't really need much in the way of food. Let's just eat this. That should do both. We'll eat that, and we'll eat this can of peaches, I suppose, because it's heavy. Tomorrow, we really need to find some matches or something. So, I don't know how we're going to do that. There's not really many other places to explore. All right. It's not even nighttime yet. But let's sleep. Let's try sleeping for a really long time. Hopefully we wake not dead. I survived. I still have hypothermia though. Is it gonna tell me how? Remain unfreezing for 11 hours. Okay, so we have to wait. We basically have to spend one more day in bed. And that's actually fine. Because we do have food and water to last us one more day. So we'll be able to be cured of hypothermia. Now, imagine, though, if we weren't able to be cured of hypothermia, if we didn't have any place to go for warmth, we'd be pretty screwed right about now. Indeed we would. All right. I think I'm going to do some inventory sorting and sort out my FPS issue now, and then I'll come back for the next episode, and hopefully by that time I will be rid of hypothermia and we can continue exploring. So, thank you everyone for joining me for this return to the Long Dark. I'm very excited to play through this series and see how it goes. If you did enjoy this video and you'd like to see more, please let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys very soon for the next episode. Bye-bye. And happy holidays.